right, better late than never. We are finally off to Glenwood Springs and then a motorcycle trip with my dad. We're gonna ride our adventure bikes from Gateway, Colorado, which is just south of Grand Junction and a little bit west. And then we're going to head on the first couple sections of the Utah BDR and kind of head southwest a bit. And then we'll play it by ear from there. We really don't know what we're gonna do. We're kind of open-ended. We've got 4 days. Just to make things easier, we're gonna do the hotel stops and not the camp spots. Whatever, but very pumped to work on this and have a good time showing you what we find. Stay tuned. We'll drop the dog off. We got the bike loaded up last night. That was a big help. My front fender did not come in. A bear knocked over the bike actually and then broke the fender and a couple turn signals, but we're gonna make do. New ones on order, just didn't arrive in time, but we are good to go. All right, how you doing?
Good.
Good to see you, man.
Glad you're here.
Yeah, you ready to do it?
Never been more ready in my life.
All right, we are packed up. This headsets are working. We're ready to go. Looking forward to hitting Monticello.
A little bit of a late start, but we'll make up for it on the road.
That's right.
See ya. So good.
What do you think so far?
That's great getting off the interstate. That's, you know, always good. And at 141, I've ridden that a few times, and over to Gateway is awesome, and it actually even gets better going south from there. But now I think we're just into Utah. I don't know, 7,000–8,000 feet. Gorgeous. The leaves are turning. It's kind of hard to beat.
Yeah, and no traffic too. I think we passed 2 side-by-sides in the last 15–20 miles maybe.
Yeah, it's desolate out here. So yeah, should be a good rest of the day. Kind of a short first day as we planned, but pretty darn good.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
You got it. So today we left Monticello, Utah, hit section 2 or 3 of the BDR, which were fantastic. Not technical hard riding, I didn't think, Cam, but great scenery, fun, very fun riding for our adventure bikes, and tremendous scenery. And we got some really good shots, I think. So. The causeway with the, over the bridge was
the drone stuff.
Probably is about as dramatic as you're going to find, I thought, anyway.
pick a good drone spot. We kept riding and wanting to stop and film and pull over, but we had to kind of decide, pick one, get some cool shots, and keep moving. So it was wild. It's definitely mellow terrain-wise riding, but fast, flowy, fun. You can get in the groove, get some good charging miles in. We saw a lot of hunters in the beginning of the day. Definitely, it was day one of deer.
Day one of deer season, so everyone was out.
Yeah, so a lot of side-by-sides, ATVs. After that, we had that late lunch at the A&W.
Yep, the A&W. You can see we're all into the healthy diet here. That's why we're showing you how we're living here in the hotel. But yeah, it was good. And then we hit the road. We were planning to go over to Escalante and then see Bryce Canyon Park, but the weather looked terrible. A lot of rain coming in. We checked Durango, weather looked great, so we made a quick call, headed east. We're in Durango now, and tomorrow morning on our way back home to Glenwood Springs, Colorado, we will hit part of the Colorado BDR that we've done years ago that was just fantastic right outside of Telluride. So one of the great things, you know, these two routes kind of connect close together at the bottom of Colorado and Utah. We're able to jump over to the other one. We have almost no chance of rain tomorrow in Colorado, so should work out really great. That's one of the cool things about this, kind of improvise. 180 degrees where we plan to go, but still in just incredible terrain, and really looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, so the kind of the end of the day, we're heading due east over to Durango, hit some construction, lower elevation, pretty warm, just sitting there, you know, in all our gear, helmets, getting kind of hot, pretty tired end of the day. Then we got going again, hit a nice little burst of rain with a really impressive rainbow. Cooled us down. We stopped in Cortez, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Had a quick break, got a couple of Cokes, just talked for maybe 10 minutes, and then back on the road, higher elevation, came by a little family ski resort, which I think are always cool. And that kind of rejuvenated us, I think. You know, we were coming into Durango, a long day of riding, cooled down a good bit, and it just kind of recharges you. So that was a great way to end the day, and the sun setting behind us, the long shadows, really kind of a neat way to end the day. Not quite as good as this, but you know, it's a pretty good way to end the day. Sorry we didn't do better.
We've done this Colorado BDR a few times, but definitely it's my favorite part of it. The southwest of the state is where the BDR starts, and it's definitely the most enjoyable terrain and challenging terrain, and the best views, I think.
Yeah, so we'll head up the $1 Million Highway, which really shouldn't be missed. Even if you're doing the BER, you should ride the $1 Million Highway. It's so incredible. And then jump on the BDR heading east again over to Lake City, I think. And that is about as dramatic as it gets. A lot of above tree line riding. The San Juans down there are huge, high, dramatic mountains. It's awesome. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be a good day. Thank goodness we're getting ourselves ready properly for the ride tomorrow. Yeah.
Cool.
Motorcycle trip. Alright, so we were doing some of the editing. We're about halfway through. We're actually Cam's about halfway through on that, and we realized we didn't have a really good or any recap to speak of day 3 and our expectations for day 4. So we're going to give those to you now. Day 3 turned out to be a lot as we anticipated. We started off in Durango, riding up the $1 Million Highway. We were glad that we got that extra night to spend in Gunnison because we did want to take our time, and it took us some time on 550. The aspens are in full color right now, and so are the leaf peepers out looking at them. A lot of traffic, made going a little bit slower and getting up to the turnoff for the BDR took a little longer, but absolutely incredible scenery and well worth it. And then we found the turnoff for the BDR, and Cam, I'll let you take it from there.
Yeah, it's really interesting being behind an 18-wheeler carrying, thousands of pounds of logs, and then within literally 3 minutes, you're on one of the harder dirt roads you've ever been on in the same spot. And so we were able to have one of the best paved roads and one of the best dirt roads right back to back. And it reminds you how tough it is, how challenging it is on these bigger, heavy bikes, camera gear, 1100cc bikes. It's not nothing, but it's not a walk in the park either. But man, we got to the top of California Pass. It was windy, the clouds were coming in, but man, you could just see forever.
It looks a little snowy ahead of us.
See that dark ass cloud? Not terrible, but we've seen flurries, 3 times so far in the last hour and a half?
Yeah.
But looks like fun.
So we're at the top of Hurricane Pass, 12,730, I believe. Didn't remember quite how challenging it is getting up here, but it's a lot of fun. But first, after breakfast, straight out of Durango north on the $1 Million Highway, which is why you have bikes that can do both so well. Then jump on this, and it is really spectacular up here. We have a little traffic coming up on the $1 Million because it's leaf season, a little slow, but it never fails to amaze me how spectacular and dramatic this stuff is.
Got to get up there and check it out. That was a highlight for me for sure on day 3.
Yeah, and day 3 was a great day. So heading down California Pass, and again, guys, we did, and I'm thrilled we did, spend a lot of time up there. You're above tree line. It's some of the most dramatic mountain scenery you're going to find anywhere in this country, period. We did a lot of filming, and I'm glad we did that. And I'll let Cam tell you about some of that, but give yourself some time up there. It's too special.
Yeah, man, we had a hard time picking where to fly the drone. There's so many good spots. You think this is good, but that looks better, but this is cool. There's no people. Just take your time, try to look around, get off the bike. Don't rush through this stuff. It's fun to go fast, but it's fun to take your time, take those cell phone pictures, and enjoy it. Enjoy your vacation the way you want. But yeah, we went down the pass, shot some great stuff down there. Really fun. There was a really clear creek, probably because it's all snow melts. Super fun to follow that, and then we keep on riding. Then we go from the BDR to Lake City, which is on the BDR. Little general store there. That was really nice. Got some provisions, fueled up. After Lake City, we went over to Gunnison. That's right. We went from Lake City to Gunnison. And what was that section like?
That was nice. Paved road riding, maybe not as good as $1 Million Highway, but not bad either. It's certainly very, very good mountain riding. Got into Gunnison, rained a little bit that evening. We just went a couple blocks to dinner, so it wasn't a big problem. So we wake up and the weather's a little bit rough, and unfortunately I had to tow my bike to get it started again. But then anyway, we had a nice ride up to Crest of Butte, although it was chilly.
Crest of Butte, trying to avoid the snow. There's a lot of it. We'll see what happens.
Yes, we'll see.
Stopped for some coffee to warm up. Decided we were going to go ahead and go through Kebler Pass, which is a dirt road for most of it. Turned into a mud road for us because we did get some rain. And Cam, tell them what you thought about that.
Kebler was awesome, man. It's a popular spot, just like the $1 Million Highway, but once again, the leaves are in prime peeping season, so it was hard not to look around. I call it distractingly beautiful riding because your neck starts to hurt from looking around. But take your time, go through that. We really enjoyed it. There are parts where you can go fast. It was, like you said, slippery and loose, but kind of fun. Just watch out for people. People are crossing the road. There are dogs around. They're still hunting. There's still hunters out. So just be smart, you know, ride right, all that stuff. But enjoy it. It's late September, early October might be the time to hit it for the leaves.
And then we get back onto 330, the paved road, head all the way into Carbondale, and then it's a quick 10-mile ride up to where we live in Glenwood Springs. Unfortunately, it was raining pretty hard for that last 10 miles, so it was pretty cold. But 10 miles, 15 minutes of riding in cold rain beats the heck out of 2 days. So our ability to adapt and go back to the Colorado BDR made our trip.
Yeah. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Isn't that Bear Grylls' saying?
Exactly.
It applies here, but man, it was the right choice, and I know we had a ball.
Oh yeah, it was a super trip. So hope you guys like this.
Made it.
Glad to be here.
Glenwood Springs, but it's dry here in the garage. What do you think?
Whew. I'm glad we didn't have to ride too far like that. We did about 10 miles in a pretty hard cold rain, and I don't know that another 10 would have been much fun. It's brutal.
A little bit cold, definitely wet. Did not have the right rain gear. Lesson learned, pack that. Yeah, man, good time for sure. I had to tighten my rear wheel. We lost a lug nut, so we kept checking on that, but we have the right tools for that, luckily. And then just, yeah, we did Carbondale 133 up to Glenwood Springs.
Got really lucky with the weather. It's a beautiful ride over Kebler, and then just this hard cold rain at the end, which if it had been a couple hours like this, it'd have been, I don't know. But
it'd be a different interview right now if
yeah.
we've been raining for 2 hours.